This is Stephen Childs, originator of the winning side, Team Fairness. We are the winning side. Everyone's invited to join us. Some people claim that it's not right to defeat evil, like there's supposed to be a balance of good and evil. There is. I'm the balance of good and evil. I defeat evil. So, I don't know if that makes sense right now. It's like the whack-a-mole. The whack-a-mole thing, I was thinking of that in a way that it made so much sense, and now I can't remember. But it'll come to me later on. It'll show up. So, um, evil is when someone does someone wrong. That's all there is to it. We can, as humans, stop doing others wrong. Theoretically, we could teach and convince and support people so they don't have to do anyone wrong. Therefore, we've defeated evil. It's still here, because any second you want, you can change your mind and do somebody wrong. Or you can continue to choose the right and not do others wrong. So, they can try to overpower us, a group that's not Team Fairness. Some other group can try to have more power than me. They can't win because I'm supported by truth and justice, fairness. And no amount of curses on me will defeat me, but one curse from me on them for doing me wrong defeats them because of the power of truth and justice. And it's also about love. It's a labor of love, as they say. Because I love myself, I refuse to let them win. The people that are doing me wrong. Absolutely, I will not let them win because I love myself. They can't talk me into letting them harm me. No matter how many words or offers or whatever, I don't bite. I'm not interested in what they have if they're not being fair to me. The only thing I have for the people that are doing me wrong is a curse. It's like a business deal. We can work together like a business deal, like a business arrangement, and we can rid the world of unfair people. We're not killing them. We're convincing them to join the winning side. And they're totally forgiven. So it's about forgive everybody of everything and let them do whatever they want because you know they can't win. If they're doing evil, they cannot win. So you can forgive them, go right ahead and do evil things, hurt people, gossip, put people down so that you're above them in your own mind, lie to yourself that you're doing what's true when you're really not. Lie to yourself that you're being fair to other people when you're really not being fair. So what I'm talking here about now is about the Bible and other scriptures. It's probably a toss-up which scriptures are more offensive, the Bible or the Quran. Both of them are dependent on you being afraid of a God that's unfair to others. And you're supposed to fear that God. Because of love, we don't have fear of that God. Now what are they going to do? They're going to tell you you're wrong, that you should be afraid of that God, blah, blah, blah. No. That God tells people to rejoice in the death of other people's children. It tells people that if you leave me, you're damned to hell. And we rejoice in the death of other people's children. So it tells you that there's a group that's over there that are bad people, that we must kill them and kill their children. So that's an outdated arrangement. That comes from a time when we were at war with each other, tribal warfare, and we didn't understand psychology, and we didn't understand narcissism, and we didn't know how to stop narcissism. So those other people are going to be ruled by a narcissistic leader, and they're going to create an army, and because he has ambitions to rule the world, and he's a narcissist, and so we got to kill them before they kill us. So our God is a mighty God that empowers us to kill them so they don't kill us. That's where we were born. It's called planet Earth. Well, now we have smartphones. We have knowledge. We have knowledge of psychology. We've never had this before. It's new. We know what narcissists are like inside and out. We know how to identify them instantly because they're the ones trying to control. So they're either narcissists themselves or they're serving a narcissist, which we call them flying monkeys for the narcissist. So they might be quiet and unassuming, but they're capable of harming you to a high degree by informing the narcissist that you're doing wrong to the narcissist. And the narcissist might be the God of the Bible or the Quran. It's an imaginary narcissist supported by real narcissists. Flesh and blood narcissists. And we know what causes narcissism. It's a lack of it's a not having a helpful childhood. It's people grow up in an authoritarian, tyrannical system. The culture is narcissistic, so the families are narcissistic. People are scared. I've been scared. I've confronted or faced a spiritual power that made me shake with fear. And I didn't understand what was this about. For lack of a better response, I started drawing a cross on the tabletop. And the fear didn't go away. And I associate it, me being afraid of somebody that was associated with Native American religion. Because I'm an honest person and I'm honest about my own self and my beliefs, I started thinking, well, maybe there's something going on with the karma from white people killing the Native Americans and enslaving black people, etc., etc. So they had a spiritual power that caused me fear. So I definitely had a lack of power because something was scaring me. So I needed more power so I wasn't afraid. So how do you get power? You don't get power by being evil. You will always lose because of love. We love others and we don't want them being done wrong, and we'll go to any length to defeat evil for ourselves and for the people we love. Sometimes the people we love are using evil, and they have been conquered by an evil power that they call God. And it's a God that we left, that cursed us for leaving, that threatens us with outer darkness because we left that evil God. And we call it evil because it's not fair to people. And it's not based on truth. It tells us to believe falsehood. So people that serve this evil God, they're offended by the fact that we're an animal on planet Earth. They think humans are not animals because the Bible says that we're not. And so they believe all these stories from these religions that are so far from truth, it's unbelievable. They are actually unbelievable. You cannot believe them when you be honest and you look at what the truth really is. You no longer can believe a lie. You can lie that you believe it, but you're lying that you believe it. So, Houston, we got a problem, the old joke about Apollo 13. There's a leak. We're losing our oxygen. We're going to die if we don't take some action. So, Team Fairness is based on truth and justice. So, recently I came across, I have a friend telling me about, he was interested in theosophy, and I said, Madame Blavatsky, and he's like, oh, you know about that? And I said, yeah, I've known about that for years. And I read her material, some of it years ago, not very much, but I remember reading that to seek nirvana is honorable, to be detached and spiritual and do no harm to others, and not be in the world. Just basic Buddhism is basically this way. So they're not actively political. That can change. Any religion can change. Her other honorable path that's even more honorable is to become a world savior. So, now get this. I'm practicing with Thich Nhat Hanh Buddhist Sangha. And they're about stopping child abuse and saving the planet. It's in the wording. Like I said, religions can change. So this is awesome. I think this is very fantastic development. Every child born on earth is abused, not from the people around him directly, just from being born on this planet and opening your eyes to the truth of where you're at. That's instant abuse upon you. It's like a nightmare. You're born into a nightmare and you try to make believe that it's wonderful. It's a nightmare because we have wars against each other. We have hatred against each other. We have different religions that are fighting each other. It's abusive upon you. The status quo. Joseph Campbell said that the status quo is the demon, mythologically. So there's a pattern in mythology, in the stories we have, like the Knights of the Round Table and others. The story is that, like, he wrote a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces and became famous because of that book for the most part. So there's a call. We have a calling from the divine. And then there's challenges, there's difficulties. And anyway, the hero of this, that is you are the hero in the making, gets the truth from, he goes to the God realm or whatever, and gets the truth, and he gets the gift, and he brings the gift back for the people from the gods, from the other realms. So you might face powerful magic against you. You might be afraid of Satan, like I was. So now Satan is helping me because I have not succumbed to evil. I have not been defeated. Years ago, I was like fighting against Satan, fighting against this idea that there's a Satan. I don't think there is one. I do think there's a group of extraterrestrials that have been controlling planet Earth, because I was told this in a dream. So the religions come from our dreams. And it's possible that we can return to the root of knowledge being one thing, just the truth. That's what knowledge is, knowledge of truth. So it includes science, biology, religion, philosophy. All the branches of knowledge are all united in understanding of truth. See, it's about what is true. You go to a doctor because you have a broken arm, and they have researched this phenomena, and they have done it on patients. They know how to fix your arm. We don't even need to cast anymore. And it's based on the truth of what happens when an arm is broken and how it heals. So that it's knowledge of truth. It's not knowledge of something that's not true. Something that's not true is not going to heal you. It's going to do you more harm, possibly. So, the way of love one another, and forgiveness, it's definitely the right way. So the narcissists that are trying to rule us, love and forgive them, and also curse them for doing you wrong. This is not two-faced. This is like the truth. This is how you do it. This is how you heal the broken arm. And it's not two-faced. It's not lacking in integrity. It's very much being honest about what is integrity and facing the fact of tyrant authorities doing harm to us and ruling us and putting each other's nations at war against each other. Whether you're talking about Trump, Putin, Chinese, President Lee from China, they may or may not be narcissistic, but it's a narcissistic control that we're under. So when you're controlling other people, that's narcissistic. And it's lacking in skill. So to be able to completely free everybody with forgiveness and not controlling is skillful. But they're like rattlesnakes that want to kill you. They're vicious. And they want you to surrender them or die. They want to take over your family. And they want you to surrender to them. They want to rule the world. Or they just want to have complete control of you in the local area. Like, what are you going to do? Move away? So, that's why you can love and forgive them and also curse them for doing you wrong. So, a curse is asking something supernatural, your concept of God, or servant of evil, whatever you're into. A curse, see, there's evil curses and there's good curses. So a good curse is about fairness. You're doing me wrong, so I'm cursing you. An evil curse is about you're not doing what I want, so I'm cursing you so that you do what I want. You're not surrendering to me, so I'm going to curse you so that you do surrender to me. That's evil. A good curse is praying for a greater power to punish people that are harming you, doing you wrong. See, a narcissist says, you're doing me wrong because you're not surrendering to me. So therefore you are wrong. That's narcissism. And the truth of it is the narcissist is doing you wrong by having control of people that are ruining your life. So they're doing evil to you. You're afraid of them because they will hurt you. So, join Team Fairness because we have more power. We're the most powerful group in the universe. I'm the Christ on the planet now. I was told this in a vision. And it's like, I'm thinking, is this for real? And working with spirit beings, and they're like, I've become I have an emotional bond with them. And so I can feel that they are really being hurt. And they really need me to be the Christ. Because they know the future. They present this to us in a story form that we can understand as humans. And it makes an interesting drama. It makes life like amazing to be a part of the beings in the universe that defeat evil. And we can help them defeat evil in where they're at. So they're very grateful to humans on earth for helping them. This is real. I actually experienced this, and I actually know about this. it's basically like a process. You have some difficulty in your life, and you find the power to have victory over the difficulty. And you can choose evil. And so when you do that and you lose, then you're in trouble because you're doing wrong. So you go through one difficulty after another and you become less attached to the world, to what happens to you and others in order to win. Because they can't control you with fear. So you have to become like enough belief, enough faith, enough experience that there are benevolent beings that care about us. And so it doesn't matter if we get killed in this fight or our family gets killed in this fight. You reach that level in this battle. And it's like, you can't escape this because there's like nuclear missiles pointed at USA. And we have soldiers getting killed in wars from our own families. So our families might get killed in this world. Our families could a family member or a loved one could get killed from someone robbing them and stealing their money. We could get killed by mass murder with an automatic weapon or with a bomb. Terrorism from the right, conservatives, or wherever. So when you get honest with yourself and your own victory is more important to you than getting harmed or being uncomfortable, then you're detached enough to become a more powerful warrior, spiritual warrior for yourself and for your loved ones. A lot of us have conflict we all do. We have conflicts with everyone. We have conflicts within ourselves. We can't decide what we want to do. Different parts of ourselves are in conflict. So it's like you got to have a guiding light or a North Star, that kind of thing. So what is it? If it's not truth and justice, if it's not protecting good people from being harmed by evil, then you don't have the right North Star. You're serving the wrong God. If you're in a religion that's staying in a conflict with other religions, like Christianity, they're in conflict with themselves. So are the Muslims. Isn't that, by their fruit you shall know them. You know what I mean? So they're of the world. They're not God. These religions are the world. You can't serve two masters. What's the real God? Well, it's the real truth, right? The real God is about what's really true, the way things really are. What causes us to be here, really? Not a story. What's the actual truth? That's what the real God is. It's the actual truth. The Sikh religion, the man that founded it was given a vision, and they showed him everything is one thing. So God is what we are. God's not in us, God is us. That makes us not exist. And so you're thinking, this is what the spiritual teachers teach. That we're so surrendered to God that we don't have an ego, or we're spiritually awakened. And it's like, what is this about? It's very simple. It's like the Sikhs are teaching. This is like scientific truth. The psychologists are saying there's not really a self. It's a construction of our brain, our mind. It's like an illusion. And they're saying we really don't have free choice. So it's God that's doing the choices. So in that way, it's not you choosing anything. It's an illusion. It's all God. Everything good and bad and in between. It's God. So the difficulty that happens is just God being God. So we're always there. You have to surrender to that. It's us. Because you're going to die. And so if you know it's just God, then you really don't have a problem with experiences that happen to you as a human. You're awakened. And you're awakened to the truth of your family can't really be hurt. Because God is what everything is. So you become a very powerful person to protect your family. And you're on the position of truth and justice. You're not on the side of evil to do it. Evil's when you have to harm someone else to get what you want. That's no skill. You have no skill when you do that. That's why everyone's invited to join Team Fairness. You can keep practicing your religion, just don't do the parts that harm other people. People that found a religion oftentimes get defeated by the temptations of the world, and they become compromised, and they're no longer about truth and justice. They're no longer about the real God. And their religion is not about the real truth. The religions we have were founded long ago, except for the Sikh religion and the LDS religion. So I think Joseph Smith was actually being directed by the same people that I'm being directed from. And then he went the way of evil, the world, and decided he was going to have 30 wives in secret. It's like they want you to serve them in. It's the same it's the aliens that are controlling us. I know what they are. In that they're controlling us. So they want the whole lineup of women to show up for me. And then you put two and two together, and I'm supposed to have thousands of children like Elon Musk. He's serving them. He's serving these beings that are controlling the planet. They don't care about humans. They just want to control the planet so that they can have sex through us and control of us and live through us like we're their puppets because of our fear and because of our desires. We're their puppets. So you can find the truth in the religions, and you can also find the evil lie in the religions, the falsehood. Any religion that condemns atheism is evil. Because of the evidence that we have, we're shown that this thing can create itself, and it's all one thing. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about the real truth is God. And there's no other. There's only one actual truth of the way things are. So why do we have politics that rely on lying to people? It's corruption. It's evil. They care about what? It's like there's the lights on, but nobody's home. It's like they're possessed. We have stories about zombies, They're asleep at the wheel. They need to wake up. See, this is the metaphor. So I thought one day I need to just write down what we need to do. And I wrote the World Fairness Agreement. The first draft, like in 20 minutes. And I rewrote it a couple times. It's not perfect. It's just a simple explanation. It might be a little bit too long. It's 4 pages. It's like it doesn't require a book. Don't do people wrong. That's all that needs to be said. There's no book about that. There's just, let's do it. Let's save the world. Let's save the life on earth. So, it's like I watch people destroying everything. My heart's broken. It was broken years ago. I woke up and I'm new. It was almost like a panic. And it's like, it's too late. I knew it was too late. There's going to be terrible destruction of earth life. So we could have a world where everything is not harming the planet, everything we do. And where we live could be, large parts of it could just be wildness, with trails, with just nature. We have places like that all over the place. We have trails. So the world we live in is the natural earth. That's what I want. I don't want concrete and steel and artificial constructions. I think Elon Musk is absolutely insane. It's like, I keep thinking, what are we doing? Why are they doing this? What are they trying to do? They're just going to get old and die, and then they think they're going to achieve mortality through becoming a cyborg. Why? They're going to create this really wonderful place, and they're going to have wonderful nature there and animals, and they're going to create it. And I'm thinking, we already have that, but we're killing it. it does not make sense. So they're doing things that aren't helping instead of doing things that do help. And it's what will help is the World Fairness Agreement. Thanks for listening.